Good morning, gardeners. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing good. Welcome aboard the Cosmic Chariot. I'm going to be showing you my hydroponic system and my aquaponic system and how far it's come along since then. And I'm going to show you some deficiencies, some problems, and just things that I've been dealing with during this time. So as you can see with the hydroponic system, it's doing fairly well. Leaves are green. This is a different variety. This is the red Russian kale, and these are the dinosaur kale that Will It Grow gave me. All right, we got our lettuce. You guys can't really see that, but some of those leaves are kind of yellow, so I may need to put in some nutrition pretty soon for them. But either way, or besides that, the roots are looking pretty good. Other than that one plant, the leaves are pretty much green. And for the kale, it's like a dark green. If I can only open this. So, the roots are pretty good. They're nice and long. That one seems to be the only plant that is up that isn't really out there, but the roots is still there, but either way, that's the root system. Still plenty of water. I've only refilled it once because they didn't have long enough roots, so I refilled it, but I haven't refilled it yet. I'm just letting the water drain. Probably gonna put in some dry nutrition for them, and yeah. Alright, so let's see what's going on in the aquaponics section. So with the aquaponics, we got our kale plant here, which is the other one that is from Will It Grow, and as you can see, these leaves actually look bigger than these ones, and these ones are further down from the light, and they didn't have a cover over them, or at least for most of its lifetime since I put it in the aquaponic system. But after switching over to the aquaponic system, it looks pretty good. Obviously it's kind of like going on the ground a little bit, but it's making its way back up, which the kale does that. I've been kind of blowing it just so it gets a stronger stem and stuff like that. I planted some spinach in here because that one pea plant just wasn't working, so the spinach is doing pretty good. We got the tomatoes in the back, as well as another Brussels sprout, and we got the other Brussels sprout that's further away from the water, still growing, but it's not doing as well as the one that's closer. So it does seem like the one that's closer to this filtration is definitely getting more water or nutrients, whichever. We have another either kale plant or Brussels sprout, I'm not really sure. We have another tomato there. It's doing pretty good. That one's actually bigger than the other one that's closer to the water. And I did have to move these plants around a little bit just because their leaves were getting a bit of a deficiency because the water was touching it or splashing onto it. But other than that, it seems like it's doing pretty good. The tomato plant over here is doing very well, like better than the Brussels sprout, which is really good. And these are determined tomatoes, so I don't really have to worry about height. But I am going to transfer some of these plants into a soil container, just because it's just not big enough, right? It's not big enough to hold all these plants. This is kind of like a starter system. I would probably go bigger if I was going to do another aquaponic system, but this is just a learning journey and stuff like that. And yeah. And we got this other pea plant that is right here going all the way up to the light. I'm probably going to remove this pea plant and put it in with either my carrots or my potatoes, just because my potatoes, they're going to take a while before they, produce any type of greenery, and it's also going to provide nitrogen for the potatoes. Not that they really need it, but I'm sure it could help. It could really fix that soil problem, since it is soil from the store. As you can see, there is some, what is it? It's powdery mildew, just because, well, the aquaponics isn't the best system for pea plants, or at least not the way I did it. I made a little, mess ups. I haven't fixed this problem yet with the aquaponics system, because the water just kind of sits in there. It doesn't really move. So I do got to fix that eventually, but I just haven't gotten around to it. But other than that, with the powdery mildew, I just got to get like some copper or whatever and then fix that right up. But it should go away. Like, even the newer leaves, like, they don't even have that much powdery mildew on it. But I'm not even sure if that's like a really bad problem. I'm sure it is, and I'm sure you don't really want powdery mildew, but it's a good nitrogen asset, so that's why I'm keeping it and growing it, because it can provide nitrogen for my plants, and I figured, why not? Might as well just keep it growing, right? But you live and you learn, and yeah. And obviously, with the problem I was talking about earlier, it would definitely fix this algae problem that I'm having on the surface, and that is why those clay pebbles are white. So obviously, if you're wanting less problems, definitely go with the hydroponic system. But if you're just wanting to test things out and really learn aquaponics, then go for an aquaponic system. But for right now, I would say go hydroponics. It is going to be easier, but you are going to have to put in the nutrients. With the aquaponics, it's just going to do it for you. So if you want an easy situation, they're both pretty easy. You just gotta figure out what works for you. Obviously, I have some problems that I need to take care of, but it is what it is. It's a learning thing. But yeah, we're seeing what works, what doesn't work, and yeah. Yeah. So yeah, obviously the leaves look bigger, and that's the main difference that I can get from both the aquaponics and hydroponics. Even though this technically would be leggier because it is further away from the light, it's going to provide bigger leaves just because it has the nutrients in it. With the hydroponics, those leaves aren't that big because there's no nutrients. It's not getting fresh nutrients every time, right? Yeah. Yep. And let me know down in the comments down below if you think I should throw away the pea plant or just plant it somewhere where it's not going to be around any other plants, or if you think it'll be okay to just plant it in something that, like my potato container, so that way I can have really good soil for when those potatoes do need to produce or multiply whenever. Or if I should just throw it in with the carrots, but then I'm kind of worried about the powdery mildew like spreading to the other plants and stuff like that. But I don't know. I could just spray it with some copper and then be done with it, but I don't know. We'll see. Let me know down in the comments what you think, what system you would rather use. And obviously on the other aquaponics side of things, over there, nothing has really grown yet, just because it's a brand new system that I made. But for this part, it seems pretty good. And yeah, So let me know what you guys think and how you guys feel about this whole aquaponic slash hydroponic project that I'm doing. And by the way, this seed came up a while ago, but it just never like came up, if that makes sense. Like, I seen the leaves inside the rock wool, it's just not sprouting. So it is what it is. But either way, it was 100% germination rate, and I still have some popping up, you know, today that I ended up removing before the video started. Yeah. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help grow my channel, and I really do appreciate it. Namaste. I'll see you guys next time, and peace.